Hey guys, welcome back to today's video. If you don't know us, we are the Bentleys, honey. And we're so excited today because, number one, we have like the first double, like full-on review together, right?
For like 4 years.
Hello? Hi. If you haven't subscribed to the channel
Yeah.
and you want to see more videos where we're like doubling it like this,
Let us know.
let us know, honey. But if you want to just see regular videos, still subscribe to the channel, honey. Now, today we're going to be talking about the latest and greatest Charlotte Tilbury. What is this? The
Beautiful Skin Foundation. I have mine here. My shade is 8 Warm Chode. And what's yours?
Mine is going to be 4 Warm Shade. Now, I have a question. They're saying that when you are a Charlotte Tilbury foundation, you just kind of hop, just like Clinique, right? You kind of hop whatever shade, you were in the past foundation. But I'm not a 4 in like my delicious, what is it, the Flawless Filter, honey? Airbrush Flawless Filter. Which, by the way, we have a video on that, honey, and it is iconic. I love it so much. But this is actually supposed to be the complete opposite of the Hollywood Flawless Filter. It's not Hollywood Flawless Filter. It's a Flawless Filter foundation. Oh my gosh. This is supposed to be medium coverage, and it's supposed to be sheer. It's supposed to be very skin-like, hydrating, nourishing to the skin. We're going to talk all about that in a second here, honey. But I am really excited. How do you feel?
I'm excited. We also have to complement. We have the primer here that I have samples of it.
Yes.
And then we also have, which you already applied on. And then we have the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. So I'm going to go ahead and start diving in. And while you speak about your experience.
So I love the primer. It's luminous, and I think Charlotte Tilbury's vibe in general is very, very much so luminosity. It's very much so that glowy, dewy skin. Like, this is really what she lives by. We actually love a lot of Charlotte Tilbury products. Like, for example, the skincare, Magic Cream.
Their treatment, their exfoliant.
Makeup, everything in general for us, Charlotte Tilbury wise, it's just so luxurious and so rich and delicious that I personally love it so much. Now, opening this up, of course, when you first open it up, it comes in sealed, which is really nice. You can't open it from the bottom, which of course I will be doing today, but it's nice and secured. As you can see here, I'm having a disastrous time, darling, opening this, but it is happening. Now, this is what the actual foundation looks like. I'm just like obsessed. Now, I do love how they have like almost like DNA scientific looking packaging. It's just really, really cute. The attention to detail on this, it's just fantastic. What do you think? How do you feel having it on your hands? What's the experience like?
I think that for me, it feels really good. Packaging is really nice. Comes in different languages, English and French. Has a lot of information on the side. So if you are, skeptical, they go directly straight to the point. It is at 30 milliliters, 1 fluid ounce. It's not like a regular 50 milliliters. So just keep in mind that this may be a little bit on top of your regular pricing. If you're used to more affordable, this is $44. And Charlotte Tilbury, we actually ended up going, I don't know if you want to start applying it. I'm going to start applying mine.
I want to hear what you have to say, honey.
But we actually went to the actual store here in Los Angeles, California at the Grove Mall, which we love. It's a whole experience. Yes, I agree 100%. The packaging is beautiful. I really love that it comes with a pump. Everything looks very Charlotte Tilbury.
I agree with you 100%. Something that I'm really excited about this particular launch is that I'm seeing Charlotte Tilbury kind of become more inclusive with her swatches of diversity. I really do love the fact that she's being inclusive because it's 2022, and at this point, honey, there's just no excuse. It's actually meant to last up to 16 hours of wear. Of course, this can all come into play if you're using the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. This is iconic, girl. Like, hello?
It says that it improves at 285% long-lasting pollution defense.
Yes, it's going to kind of block the skin from like pollutants and like just like nasty, crazy things going into the skin.
You know what? Let me interrupt you really quick. I think that you should be like a
Charlotte Tilbury representative.
I 100%.
I won't be upset if a paycheck comes in the mail, honey. I will say that. So, Charlotte Tilbury, darling,
how you doing?
Give me a ring. Have your people Tell my people, honey.
Exactly.
So I
I'm
always
gonna start applying
recommend
it.
to shake actually before
Oh,
you pump, honey, because it could separate. I'm a little bit of a shaker. I always say I'm going to do like a bartending part time
yeah.
like gig because like I'm a shaker. It just happens in nature. They are brand new, as you can see here. We're not really.
There we go. It just one pump.
How much makeup do you normally like when you're putting on makeup? How much makeup do you normally do? As you can see, this is quite runny. Like, look at how it's kind of moving
It is very
on
runny.
here.
So I am gonna grab a mini, mirror holder, mini mirror, and I'm gonna have a sponge on my left side so you guys can see how this foundation looks. And then, what are you gonna be using? I'm gonna use a sponge.
So as you can see here, this foundation is just really runny. I'm just kind of dotting on my skin here. I will be utilizing a like a buffing brush. They do recommend if you want fuller coverage, which of course, honey, if you're new to the channel, hi, welcome. But if you're not, I like to beat this face, honey, like nobody's business. But I want to see how I can push this because it does say it's very buildable. It does say it's very skin-like, but also it's a foundation you can rely on.
Yeah, I feel like with my sponge, the sponge kind of like absorbs most of it, and you can't really see that I apply anything. So I'm gonna grab another pump. This looks very, very skin-like so far. I don't know if it's because I didn't apply it directly, so I'm gonna do 4 pumps. Actually.
Even with the brush, look at how like you can't even
So you're
really
gonna do
tell.
the whole face right away?
Oh my god! Did you see this? I think I'm gonna do all of it. Honey, I'm gonna go in for the deep plunge. Like, do you see how dewy, how glowy? Like, do you see this? Do you see?
I know. I'm seeing it right now.
Like,
so that's how it looks like, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and use the sponge on my end, and I'm gonna use only half of my face. How do you feel about it? What was your experience when going at the store, by the way?
I've been to that store so many times at this point, right? It's like our home store. Really, it's the only store in North America. So it is our home store. And I think, well, no, I don't think. I'm going to be very honest here, honey, because Duhamel Bentley, honey, does not play games. And they changed staff.
They did.
We loved OG staff. Now, we're not, like, set in stone with OG staff. We love meeting new people, absolutely, people who are creative. However,
yeah,
I was very surprised this last time that I was there. It was such a different experience.
It was.
I'm just kind of like speechless for 2 reasons. Number one, do you see how beautiful and natural this looks? It's so weightless on the skin.
It is.
You look so beautiful.
Thank you. I thought it was beautiful already.
Well, of course.
Like the skin is
but
more
you look,
enhanced.
yes, you look so polished and like your skin looks dewy and bright. It just looks.
This is a great match.
It is, and I feel like this foundation is a type of foundation where you walk into a room and like it's like you can't trace that you have foundation. Looking at myself in the mirror, I can't tell, right?
No, but you can tell in the camera right now. Of my face and it's more rosy on here, where in here it's more even for everything. And it looks very, very luminous, 100%. I think this is, if you like a luminous natural effect, this is the one to go. I definitely think that this is a really good foundation for anyone. Now, I do have experience right now. I'm experiencing right now a little bit of creasing, probably, on my eyes.
Are you?
You have to just...
How many bumps do you have on your face right now?
Like three over here. And
you have 3 bumps?
Yeah.
I mean, it builds really well. It looks full coverage with you.
Yeah.
I was like, honey, mine doesn't look that full coverage. What did you do? I gotta say, I think that one and done is like this beautiful, like everyday complexion. You know what I'm saying? But it clearly builds up really, really well. Like that looks like a beautiful full coverage foundation. And I agree with you. It just controls the redness. It looks like a really, really good match for you.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I still have some more here. So I'm just going to pick it up with my little brush here. I am going to build for a second layer just because, I always like to do that. I like to push because you just never know when you know. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. In my experience at the store, I don't know, it wasn't that kind of amazing.
Yeah.
They didn't have a lot of product knowledge.
They really didn't.
With we're worldwide, what we're going through, they weren't really precautious. Like they weren't really sanitary. They were applying their foundation onto their hands and then without sanitizing their hands. It just kind of like got in my nerves. Yeah. So I decided to actually, we have background in makeup. So I think for me, I'm very natural. So I grab a Kleenex and then I put it right on the counter and then I apply the pump directly. I was like, you know what, can I just do it for, for myself, for my own comfort. So I applied the pump directly to the Kleenex and I started applying it. Of course, I sanitized my hands. And I think I was more happy when I started doing that. And then when
I will say,
you did request...
You represented
Thank you.
that store better than the actual associates did.
She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. Now, come on now.
It's unfortunate.
You really did.
The customer service there was really like below zero.
It was just...
I was only happy to see that there was a male customer service representative. But he wasn't really helping anyone. It just was,
they were busy. They were for sure very busy, but
there were like 4 or 5 people.
There were so many associates too.
Yeah.
Like they were not understaffed. I know, we have a professional discount with a particular brand in the store, and they couldn't even find the manager.
No.
They held our transaction because they
for
needed
about 10 minutes.
Yeah, they needed to do a couple of things, and they held our transaction because nobody could find management.
Full face?
Yes, honey, do the full face.
Okay.
You look so good. Oh my god. I'm going in for my second layer here.
Oh wow. So I'm gonna apply it directly to my face, and I think that product knowledge. When we asked her, she actually said, "Oh, it has magic cream in it," and that's pretty much all that we have. She made it sound like it was fantastic. I mean, we love the magic cream, but it's nothing about it. Like when you're selling something, and mostly if you're a salesperson, you know how much product it is, what kind of ingredients are amazing in it. Well, just like you said in the beginning, I feel like you should represent the brand here, not in California or Los Angeles, but just in general in the U.S. You are very well aware of what's going on. Look at that.
How do you feel about it so far?
Oh, so this is just one pump on the right hand side. I feel really good. It feels very comfortable. It's very dewy. It does look very natural, very skin-like.
It really, really does.
Now,
this is what I am. I'm upset with Charlotte Tilbury because it's just so good.
It is really good.
It's just so good. Every time I try something for Charlotte Tilbury, I'm just like, this is so beautiful. Like, look at how beautiful this foundation looks, not only on Felipe's skin.
And you end up going to the store. I think what I did, I asked, she was just kind of watching me how I did everything, and I said, could you please hold 1 second? I grabbed her mirror and I walked outside of the store because the lighting there, it's always like white lights and it's always super bright, so of course you're gonna see amazing. But I wanted to look myself in a real light, so I walked outside of the store, and that's something that I've always tried to do. Just go ahead and just kind of like go there and see how the skin looks like, because sometimes it may look great but it may be ashy. Like the one she recommended, it was ashy.
Yeah, it was. It really was. And this is not us bashing the store. We love the experience, at least every experience we've had. But this past time, it was just like a whole different neighborhood, honey. Like, it was just shocking because nobody had knowledge on the things that we were asking.
It's unfortunate.
It was almost like a burning kitchen.
It was.
How many layers are you doing, girl?
So this is the second one.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, this is my second and final layer. I feel like I'm obsessed. Like, I love how this looks in camera. Oh, this is so beautiful on the skin. I will say, even though it's luminous.
I know you like full coverage foundation. You like the flawless skin. Yeah. How do you like this one?
That's where I'm heading right now, honey. The thing with me is texture, right? We want to make sure that even though it's a luminous foundation, I want my texture to be laid because we're just not playing those games, honey. And in person, definitely textures being a little bit enhanced because of luminosity, but it's not like, hello, hi, what's going on? Like, it's just like it's just really soft, really natural, and definitely I have confidence that with powder I'll be able to lay it and set it. But I'm really happy with this so far.
Would you buy it knowing that before we went to go get it, it was more of a tint? Now that you know, would you go buy and repurchase it?
Let me tell you something. I absolutely, on first impressions, I would buy it. On first impressions, I would recommend it. And I think I would even like to get different shades to kind of play around. Like, hello, your skin looks like a Barbie girl. Like, look at your skin. It's so balanced.
Thank you.
Do you feel like, how do you feel about it? Like, even though you've added so many layers into it,
I think I'm going to stop here. There's only 2 layers,
okay.
And here's 3 layers just on here. And that was because of the absorption of the beautiful sponge.
Yeah.
I would definitely say that your brush definitely kind of gave it more of a natural finish.
She slayed.
Whereas this one gives them more of a full coverage, and that's kind of my
Which is so
experience.
funny, because we thought it was going to be the reverse, right?
Yeah, 100%. And what kind of
I have some Real Techniques, honey.
What is
Latest
that? What are you
sponge.
using?
This is the Morphe M3, or I'm sorry, Morphe M43.
And Charlotte, if you're watching and you want to send the brush and probably more skincare, we're not mad about it.
We're not, girl. Selena, girl. I will say, this has been a really great experience so far.
It is.
But we're not done here, girl. Philippe is blending to the gods. We're going to talk a little bit more in detail and in depth. I want to kind of set the skin and kind of go a little bit more in depth within ingredients and like the percentages and things that this does to the skin. So
Should I set it while you talk about it? Should I set it with a spray or with a powder?
you can do both, whatever you want to do,
I
girl.
just want to do the spray for me. And the spray smells so good.
Do you want to try and like set it with this?
Yeah, sure.
After the spray?
Yeah, why not?
Like this is so beautiful. I feel like I would absolutely confidently wear this.
On a
Male,
daily basis?
female, whatever you identify yourself as. Putting a little bit of product on your skin, honey, to look presentable and to like, you know, show that inner beauty. You know, it's good. And I feel like confidently I can really state that anybody can wear this and feel beautiful in this.
100%.
Like, this is natural. It's like seamless on the skin. It's so weightless on the skin as well.
It feels very good, very nourishing, very hydrating. It doesn't look glowy, so if you're more on the oilier side, I think definitely this is not going to be a stop for you. I think it's going to be like a nourishing moisturizer.
My skin looks fabulous.
It does. Looks amazing. So let me go ahead and take a look. Go ahead and turn over there. Like right here, looks super glowy, and you look even. The redness kind of was controlled.
Yeah.
I really like that you look very plump, very natural. But it does look more skin-like on you.
It does. It really, really does. And I'm excited to see. I'm going to do, of course, like, bronzer, contour. Mama's pulling the stops, honey. And in a second here. And I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see how this works with other products. I'm excited to know if this is going to be like Gorgina George once you set it. Because so far, I'm loving it. Are you loving it?
I'm loving it. It's pretty amazing. I would definitely repurchase again.
This is so good.
You look amazing too.
Thank you. You look so amazing too.
Thank you.
We're like, the Bentleys are polished, honey, and we're not even vehicles. So, excuse us. We'll be right back with a finished face, honey. All right, you guys. So we are back, and this is like the two faces of the quarter in reality.
Yeah.
This is like glam set to the gods, and this is like glam and set to the gods. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So do you.
Thank you.
I feel like we're like a vibe. We're like a vision, honey. The Bentleys are here, and they're here to slay. Yeah. Now, of course, my entire face is Charlotte Tilbury. I have Charlotte Tilbury, highlighter. My eyeshadow's Charlotte Tilbury. Brows, lip liner, pillow talk. Hi. What's going on, girl? I feel beautiful. Foundation looks stunning with like all of this on top of it.
I agree.
It looks even more stunning with like nothing on top of it, which is just so nice. You've only set and kind of like primed, right? Like, well, you primed and you kind of did the mist.
Yes.
And then set yourself with powder, correct?
Yes.
That's all you've done.
Yes.
Look how beautiful your skin looks.
Thank you.
You can't even pick it up.
So is yours.
It's seamless.
Thank you.
Thank you. I do feel great. I feel beautiful. I feel like it's seamless. It's natural. It's just like, I'm like beautiful.
And we're going to tell you what also the website says that this foundation does.
Yes.
And after we finish, we're going to tell you what we think of it.
Mm-hmm.
So it claims that it's 285% more radiant. It's definitely more hydrated, 166%.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with both of those. It says the skin looks beautiful, plumper, and smoother to up to 181%, which is pretty amazing. Mm-hmm. The skin tone appears more even by 210%. 90% agree that the skin foundation helps minimize the appearance of pores, pigmentations, and dark spots. And then also to find the foundation, go to charlottetilbury.com. It's beautifully engraved for a beautifully personalized gift for you or everyone.
Now,
and then I don't know if you want to tell your point of view on this one.
Yes. I want to talk really quick. I feel like everything is on the point except for like minimizing pores. I mean, it is going to be a luminous foundation. Anytime you're adding luminosity, pearls, or anything like that, it's just going to enhance. It's just what it does, light. It's just its nature. However, I do think that once I set it, I typically love to use a powder puff when I set my skin. It just changes the game, girl. And I really do like it. However, I do think that it's just very natural and very skin-like. And I mean, I can see like the texture's there. It's not like it's not erasing it or anything like that.
And it's normal. And like we have to start thinking that we're gonna look like a filter because that's not reality.
Well, let me live my fantasy, honey, because I do want to live. I want to live my life in a filter. But I will say that even though your pores are like they're not enhanced. They're snatched. They look nice and like just natural, like beautiful foundation.
In my experience, I did notice that even after before setting it with powder, I started creasing, and you can actually tell the creasing under my eyes, like right here, and then my fine lines over here. You can definitely tell the texture. It definitely sat there, like if it was a little bit of matte foundation, even though it's hydrated, it's plumping. I felt like, I don't know, you definitely want to go maybe with just one layer and let it sink in. You know, it's kind of like you have to play with it. Again, this is our first impressions overall of how we feel in general, right?
I will also note that I think that the one at fault and blame is the actual primer. We did prime really well. We hydrated, cleansed, hydrated, you know, did the whole 9 yards and then primed. And I feel like this already had luminosity in there.
It did.
And I feel like it's more a primer for luminosity versus like, you know, smoothing and like just making everything even better.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a primer that definitely is, you know, just gonna luminize and like get you glowy and dewy, this is beautiful. But I also don't think that it's going to be that longevity in the aspect of like it's not really helping the foundation live to its fullest potential.
Yeah.
It also might be, I think that
you can also see the residue, even though after
a little bit of foundation.
on my glasses.
It might also be the fact that you applied so many layers into the skin. You did 3 layers on the skin. Because I feel like my experience, even though this looks phenomenal, all these layers on your skin, you can't really tell you have anything.
It looks very natural.
It really, really does. But I do feel also that because maybe I did 1 or 2 layers, this is just looking beautiful. Like,
it does.
I would repurchase
100%.
100%, and we would, both of us, we would 110%. Thank you, baby.
Yeah,
you look amazing too.
Thank you.
Very handsome. I'm like,
let
me get it, girl.
I also don't agree with the engraving. I think that the last 2 visits that we've had with the newer stuff,
they've declined
They declined it. They said that they no longer do it. I don't know if it's only for us. I don't know, you know, because we have heard experiences where from people when we look them up on Instagram or, you know, on TikTok, that they are still engraving. So I don't know why they are refusing to us, you know, something that it was offering from the beginning, and something that it's offering on charlottetilbury.com.
Even my Pillow Talk lipstick says Duvet.
Yeah.
And if you guys haven't seen the unboxing we did, a lot of our products are engraved.
Yeah.
You know, OG stuff, honey, like, it was just a beautiful experience. And I feel like it's really, and this is just very, very important to me, Charlotte Tilbury is not a drugstore product. And I feel like the staff there is a drugstore promoted staff.
I agree. You know, I'm just going to take a full minute to say how I feel. I think that they were not knowledgeable. They didn't know the pricing. They had us waiting about 10 minutes just to give us how much was the total with the professional discount. They were not really professional. The girl who initially received us, she wasn't sanitizing. She wasn't cleaning. She wasn't addressing us properly. She thought that we were buying the makeup. Kind of like thinking that, you know, maybe it was for somebody else.
And she almost didn't take us serious. Because when we walked in there, we were barefaced. Honey, I don't like when I'm buying makeup and when we're buying makeup, like we like to try, we like to play. Like, so I'm not gonna go like this. No. Yeah, I'm not gonna go like this. How am I gonna be able to get the
right now? You want to avoid kind of like sanitation, and then overall, you know, when I used to work in the makeup industry over in a counter, I would always like slip in like a meaning of a purchase or a sample, and they just don't offer that. And then on top of that, you don't have the engraving. And again, you're not paying drugstore price; you're paying a high-end price. In Charlotte Tilbury,
this is almost $50.
A quality product, and so you expect at least to try something else, like you know, a little bit to something. And it's just unfortunate they are not currently doing.
The only store in North America. It's so unfortunate. The only location. I mean, Nordstrom's do have Charlotte Tilbury inside. And, of course, you can go to the website.
Yeah.
But if you're in California, you can get the Charlotte Tilbury experience, and
Now,
it's just it was underwhelming.
Now, you mentioned something very important, which I'm going to close my review on the store in general. I think that you mentioned, like almost a girl who, the representative who helped us or assist us as soon as we arrived, almost didn't take us really like
Serious.
And I feel like that's so unfortunate because in the beauty industry and makeup, doesn't matter what it is, a lot of gay culture and a lot of gay community is very present and very vivid.
Let's be honest here. We're running the show, baby. Like, do you see J-Lo? Do you see Kim Kardashian? Bad big B's. Who's behind them? You know what I'm saying?
And it's unfortunate because all the girls who were there trying products who ended up coming in and just living while we were there, they probably didn't even end up buying anything.
That's
Some
true.
of them did, but they had all their focus. They had all like their passion onto them, while we were just like left alone. Like And then for the 10 minutes, no one helped us. No one said, "Hey, are you guys doing okay? We're still working with you."
We had to call
The
people.
customer service was awful.
Yeah, and like when we called, we were like, "Hey, can we get some help?" They were just like passing us like hot potatoes. Girl, it honestly, it's just
I don't know who's
it's a craziness.
Just quick note. I don't know who's doing the hiring process, but definitely they need you to be like on top of it.
Selena,
paying
honey,
$50 to
call me.
$70.
We'll
It's
talk.
definitely something that we have that customer service, and you want to have that vibe. You want to walk into a store and feel like, "Hi, welcome. How are you? How can I help you?
Yeah.
Are you guys doing something special?
Yeah.
What are you guys
and
looking
I know,
for?"
I know, for example, Selena.
More conversational.
Selena, she's head of like the LA.
She's on
even
top
Hawaii.
of her customer service.
Yes, Selena's incredible. We met her in one Nordstrom, and she was so incredible with us, and she's incredible.
She went above and beyond. That's the reason why we actually started working.
Going into the store, yeah.
And then also starting trying the magic cream. And that was the reason why we purchased it.
Yeah,
we
that's
ended up
true.
purchasing 4 magic creams. So,
That's true.
It was the reason of her customer service, the way she explained things, very informative. One of the things that people go and ask a representative questions is because they are well informed. And
Yeah.
that was not the case in here.
Not at
However,
all.
you did a fabulous job when it comes to, getting more knowledge on this one.
Yeah, and it only took a second, right?
Just a second. Quick
Just
second.
a second, girl.
You don't really need to know all the ingredients if you're selling them.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, if you're passionate about it, definitely go for it. But yet again, this is such an amazing hydrating, plumping, moisturizing formula.
Yes.
What do you think?
I loved it. I really did love it. And I love the fact that Charlotte Tilbury is kind of like in the lane of the Doufé Nation. We strive into like talking about percentages, and we strive in result-driven products. And this, again, it's worth the value, first and foremost. Even though it definitely is a higher end price for like a medium, delicious coverage foundation. It's worth the value. And every single time I try Charlotte Tilbury products, I always realize that they are not the most affordable, but they are worth the value because of ingredients and results. Even the magic wand, the highlighter magic wand, in the summertime, we would wear the magic wand to like water parks, and at the end of our day of swimming, going on like pools and just like slides and hardcore stuff, we still had the highlighter on.
Yeah, and it's so amazing
Crazy.
because as you guys know, and if you guys don't know me, my name is Felipe. Your name is. And I don't love a lot of full coverage foundation. You do, and it's the fact that I am so comfortable wearing this foundation. It's full coverage, but it looks so natural
Beautiful.
looking, and then you love it as well.
I never
It's
thought.
so
I really
amazing.
didn't. Like when we purchased it, he went in. He was like, "I'm gonna get it." And
I
I was
wanted
like,
to
"Get
try
it,
it.
go, girl! I'm here with you. Let's do it." And then like he's like, "Let's get it for you too." And I was like, I'm not sure because I have so many, and like I love the Flawless filter. Like I have it, I love it. Like it's one of the most fabulous full coverage foundations I have ever tried. And I said, I don't. Why? What? But girl. Thank you. This is so beautiful.
I also have it in my hair. One thing I also would like to note is that it claims to have a 16 hours wear.
Yeah.
But if you guys want to see like a full video on Domel probably trying first and then kind of showing you the time and then later on jumping back in with the 16 hours later, let us know in the comments down below. He'll be more than happy to do that kind of like full in-depth review.
Of course.
Of course, this is the first impression, so that this is how I feel. From 1 to 10, I would rate it a 10.
Again, same here. I loved it. I thought it was an incredible
Foundation is
experience.
amazing.
It has 30 shades, which is actually really, really nice. Besides the fact that it has 30 shades, it has this incredible technology that it adheres to your skin tone. So it's very flexible. In the case of like you're a little bit tanner, you know, or you're a little bit lighter, because that does happen with the seasons. This has the technology to enhance and to kind of mold and flex into your skin tone. So it's just great. It really, really was. And I love that there's a
Darling.
wide variety of tones.
I
30 shades. Like, I think Rihanna with Fenty Beauty, like, she broke the mold. Everybody from there
Yeah.
had their work cut out for her. And again, I think Charlotte Tilbury is just, like, getting with the times. And when I say that, I mean, like, she's, like,
Stepping it
innovative,
up.
and she's 2022. I always say this, if you guys check our channel, you know, I always criticize brands for not being inclusive, and I feel and I see the inclusivity every single launch, every single one. It doesn't matter if it's a brow pencil, if it's a foundation, like I see those launches and it makes me proud because again,
Hey,
a
honey.
lot of the male in makeup in this industry, we carry the industry equally hand in hand with everybody else, but like our presence is really, really
And
well
we
known.
want more male representation.
Absolutely.
And honey, if you want, just go ahead and contact us.
Right here, right now. Final thoughts. This is the tea, honey. I look beautiful. I feel beautiful. You look incredible.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna eat you up, girl, when we're done here. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, we have a giveaway, honey. And 2022 is going to be iconic. And a lot's coming. So definitely subscribe so you don't miss any of the craziness. With that said, honey. What are you gonna say? Oh my gosh! Binge watch. It is a thing, and we will catch you
On the next one. Bye.
Bye.